Good evening, everyone. I'm Diane 𝗬𝗎. Welcome to Power Chat. Each week I'll be sharing some of the insights, shortcuts and strategies that I've developed over the past 30 years to help you manifest more health, wealth, happiness, love and success in your life. Feel free to comment and ask questions as we go, and I'll do my best to get to them at the end. I'm here to help, so drop a hello if you're here and let's get started. Remember to click and share with the share button so your friends can also learn how to master their mindset, and we can all raise each other up with love and encouragement in our lives. So let's begin, shall we? This evening's episode, episode 15, is 5 ways to know if your life is on track. If you've joined me before, you will have heard me say this statement quite a number of times by Einstein. Everything is energy. Everything in the universe vibrates to its own unique frequency, giving it a discernible presence, including us. This is my discernible presence because of the frequencies that I resonate at. You have your own discernible presence because of the frequencies you resonate at. As humans, we can vibrate to the lower frequency of fear by embodying toxic emotions such as anger and frustration and grief and blame and judgment. Or we can vibrate at the higher frequency of faith by feeling love and gratitude and compassion and trust and peace and passion. As Einstein also said, he said, match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. I'll say it one more time because it's really important. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. This is physics. It's not philosophy. And it's the simple law of attraction. To live healthier, happier, wealthier lives, we must match the frequency of the life that we want with our own frequency. And we have to resonate at those higher frequencies. We must feel those energies all the time, knowing that when we're feeling them, we are creating our reality. We are literally energetic magnets. That's what we are. And every time we vibrate higher and higher at those frequencies, we are attracting to us the reality we desire most. But, you say, I've been doing that and nothing's changed. I'll explain that a little bit more in depth. You see, we live in the third dimensional reality. Okay, so we have the thought, we have the feeling, but it's not manifesting in front of us because we live on planet Earth in a third dimensional reality where time seems to exist and things seem to take time to happen. So although they've manifested energetically because all thought becomes form on the causal plane, even though that's happened, how do we know if we're on track if that reality hasn't manifested right here, right now? And that's what trips people up. They're so fabulous. They're resonating. They're thinking all the right thoughts. They're doing all the right things. Everything's going great. And then they get impatient. We all get impatient. And we go, well, where is it? I've been doing all of this. Where is it? There we go. We've come down from the higher frequencies down to the lower frequencies of doubt, frustration, impatience, lack of faith, big lack mentality going on there. And the moment we do that, we actually keep that reality that we've done so much fabulous energetic work on at arm's length again. So it's a bit like that push me, pull you type of idea. You're bringing it in, bringing it in, bringing it in, then you go, and then you push it away because you don't have enough faith that it's right there, right there. And so many times we can be this close to manifesting our dreams, and that's when we throw our hands up and go, I've had enough, I'm not doing this anymore, it's not working. And that's what trips people up. And so tonight I want to share with you the 5 ways that we can know if our life is on track, that in fact we are manifesting that reality, that we are energetically bringing it to us all the time. And how do we know that? So very simply, we can do this, and we know this by using that same law of attraction. We just ask for omens. We ask for omens, we ask for feedback, and then we look, listen, and lean into those omens. Have you ever been in your car during the Christmas shopping rush, and you're driving into the car park and everybody's driving around and it's really busy, but you go, no, I'm going to find a car park. I always find car park, there'll be a car park for me. There it is. There it is. There's your energy, your fabulous energy of faith and belief and trust that a car park is there for you. And what happens? There's the car park. Somebody pulls out, you pull in, bingo, off you go. That's an omen. And that omen is showing you how powerful you are energetically. That if you hold that high resonance of energy, of frequency, of faith, and of trust, the reality will manifest for you right there really quickly. Our lives are constantly giving us feedback, except many times we become so unconscious that we miss them. We're too busy with other stuff that's really not meaningful. Omens are everywhere all the time, and they are showing us how we're going, what we need to change, what direction to take. So, where and how do these omens appear? And this is the 5 ways that I've alluded to in tonight's masterclass title. There are 5 areas in our lives that we can look at daily and check on the omens that they're telling us. The first and most obvious one is our physical health and well-being. Our body is a mirror. Remember, it is our discernible presence, and it is reflecting to us at all times our vibrational frequency. So if our energetic frequency is high and we are feeling feelings and energy of love and compassion and gratitude and joy and abundance, we will have good health. And the reverse is true, that if we are resonating at low frequencies of anger and frustration and blame and guilt and accusation and judgment, if we're experiencing those toxic emotions, guess what? We will be having poor health. And remember that super health is our natural state of being, because it means we're being unresisted to our brilliance, unresisted to our energy, unresisted to the reality that we are bringing in. Our bodies are fabulous. They're fabulous omens, but we take them far too much for granted. Our bodies will always try to get our attention and to tell us what we want to know, what we need to know. So firstly, the omens will come in little whispers, and those whispers may be in the form of maybe a cold, the sniffles, feeling a bit lethargic, not feeling quite on top of ourselves. They're little whispers. And most of the time, we just ignore them and go, oh, well, it's, winter, or it's this, and we give excuses rather than going, what is my body telling me? Maybe your body's telling you just to take a rest for the afternoon, to put your feet up and just chill for a while. Not to do a whole stack of stuff on your phone and your computer, but to truly chill and be contemplative and meditative and practice a little introspection. So the first omens from our body will always come as whispers. Then, if we ignore them, they'll come as shouts. And that's when our body will start shouting at us much louder. And we might get the flu, or we might have to take a week off work because we're not feeling well, or we've got gastro illness, or we've got this, or there's something else. It's a bit of a shout. It's quite a bit of a wake-up call. It's like, hey, 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 you're off track. Your energy is low. You're vibrating at those low frequencies. You're not good. I'm telling you, you're not good in there. And again, we must listen to these omens and we must readjust our energy and realign with our being, with our natural state of being, our perfect health. Because if we don't do that, then we get the big wake-up calls. Then we manifest disease in our bodies. And we know that we do this. It's been proven that we do this, that stress is one of the biggest manifestors of disease in our bodies. It shifts the chemical messages and our neurological pathways, and it goes on and on and on and on. We are our own physicians. We actually create our health every moment of every day. And our body is telling us constantly how our energy is going. Are we vibrating high? Do we have good health? Do we have super health? Or if our health is poor, it's telling us that our energetic vibration is low and we need to do something about it. So that's the first place we need to turn to if we want to know if our life is on track or not. Our physical body is always telling us something. And don't use that old excuse of age. That's a cop-out. Age has nothing to do with it. If we are energetic beings, how can age have anything to do with energy? How does time have anything to do with energy? We are energetic beings, each vibrating at our own energetic frequency, attracting into us the reality that matches that vibration. That's the key. We are all bringing in realities that match our vibration. The second place that you can, before I forget, I brought this here tonight. If you're interested in knowing more about how your physical body is giving you omens and signs, this is a fabulous little book I've had for over 30 years. It's Louise Hay's Heal Your Body. And it's the metaphysical reasons for various illnesses in your body. I've never seen this book wrong. I've used it with clients for over 30 years, and so many of my clients have bought it and refer to it often. Marvelous little book, just terrific. So what is it? It's about $8. So grab one, Louise L. Hay, Heal Your Body. Perfect. I recall myself with my own physical omens. I was a dancer for many, many years, and off and on I would get knee injuries, particularly knee injuries more than anything. Now, most people would say, oh, that's because you were a dancer, of course, your knees are, probably shot. No, I realized that it had nothing to do with my knees actually deteriorating. You see, our legs identify our underpinning, our understanding, understanding in life. And whenever I look back at any times where I've had a knee injury, it's telling me that my understanding is off, that the understanding that I have on life has been off. And even as recently back when I was 55 and I had a knee injury, I went, what is going on? But I stopped and I looked at it, and sure enough, my understanding was off. And the doctor said to me, oh, you should be happy that you can walk. You're never going to walk again. Of course, I nearly launched myself across the doctor's table at that one. You're too old, etc., etc. And so I just ignored everybody, and I went on my own pathway. And I went, right, I need to realign my energy. I need to realign my thinking. I need to readjust who I am being every moment of my day. And slowly but surely, I did indeed recover that injury. And now I'm dancing like I've been dancing all my life. That knee is perfect because I was conscious enough to use it as an omen, to then readjust my energy, readjust and realign with my being. And of course, my body is the perfect mirror of that. And it's reflected the changes that I have made in my mindset and my energy. The second area we can look at for the omens in our life to see how well we're going, if we're on track or not, is our relational health and well-being. You know, many times our friends, our family, our colleagues, and even strangers can be omens. I bet you have all had the experience where you've asked for an omen about something. It could be anything. And then the phone rings or you get a text from a friend, and all of a sudden the conversation is on that particular topic that you are asking about. And there, out of the mouth of your friend, sometimes it can be a stranger, out of the mouth of strangers can come little words of wisdom that mean nothing to anybody else, but they certainly have impact on you because you asked for the omen and because you are open to receiving it. You really wanted to know the answer. This is so important, that the answer is always given. We attract it in. It's up to us to be aware enough to pay attention and be conscious and to look, listen, and lean into the omens so that we don't miss them. And also, as part of our relational health and well-being, where we can find omens, is we need to be conscious of the relational health and well-being with our partner. That's very important. What is our energetic resonance or resistance to love? Because think about it. The reality we desire most is the reality we are in love with most. We love most, and we want to attract that into our life. How will we ever attract that reality into our life if we aren't resonating love in our relationships, with our partner, with our friends, with everybody? We need to be vibrating with the frequency of love in all of our relationships, and that way we're like a little magnet and we will attract in the reality we love most. Definitely it happens. The third aspect is our psychological health and well-being, and that means our emotional and mental health. Our repeated thoughts and emotions are constant omens of how we are tracking in our lives. Thoughts and emotions, energy and motion. We must be conscious of the energetic frequency of what we're thinking and what we're feeling. A lot of the time, we forget about the feeling aspect of life. It's no point just putting out positive thoughts. It must be attached always with the energetic frequency of those thoughts. With our psychological health and well-being, sometimes we get omens such as random thoughts pop up for no reason. Have you ever had that? That's astonishing. You're just doing something and boom, something pops in. Can I suggest that you keep a journal? Because many times that can happen, and I don't know if you've ever experienced this, it flies through and then you'll go, oh, I'll come back to that. And then within 30 seconds, you come back to it, it's gone. It's just gone. So keep a journal, keep something nearby, jot it down. Just jot it down, because even if it doesn't make sense at the time, I can guarantee you by the end of the day, it will make sense, because these omens come back really fast, okay? Because you're asking there and then, you're asking for a sign. That's all you're asking for. You're not asking for the reality to come in. You're asking for a sign that you're on the right track. So keep a journal. Or have you ever had it where you've heard a song from the past pops up for no reason, and you haven't heard it for ages, and it fills you with such a wonderful feeling, and you're grooving along with it? Stop for a minute. Register the feeling. What is it telling you? Is the lyric in the song your omen? Is it the feeling that the song is giving you your omen? There will be an omen there. I used to do this so much in my car with the radio years and years and years ago. I used to get in the car, and before I put the radio on, I'd ask the question I needed an omen for, and then I'd wait until I felt the right timing, and then I'd turn it on and I'd listen. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, if not more, that song was the omen I was looking for, because I'm energetically resonating at the level that attracts into me the answers I'm looking for. I know this sounds so simple, but the key is that it is. It works. This is how the universe works. Except we've been conditioned to believe otherwise. So all of our emotional or mental turmoil is an omen, showing us our resistance to the higher energetic frequencies. All of it is an omen. Our psychological health and well-being is our constant omen. So ask yourself, what's yours telling you now about matching the frequency of the reality you desire most? What's it telling you? What's your psychological well-being telling you about how well you are matching the reality that you desire most? So we can improve our psychological well-being each and every day. If you've got a little pen, paper there, hopefully you've got a journal that you keep with you for these masterclasses, jot these down. These are 3 sentences I use every day, all the time. All the time, if I find myself coming out of alignment, if I find my energy frequency dropping, I say, today I will think myself into feeling good. Today I will talk myself into feeling good. And today I will look for reasons to feel good. Now, if you repeated those 3 sentences to yourself during the day and felt it, feel good. What was it? James Brown's song, I feel good, da 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 da. Great song, put it on. Sorry about the singing, folks. But that's how it is. You've got to make yourself feel good. You got to think feel good thoughts, and you've got to talk feel good words. That's how you elevate your frequency. That's how you get up to that energetic resonance that aligns with your being, that aligns with the reality you desire most, and you will attract it in. The 4th area of our life where we can find omens is obviously our spiritual health and well-being. Regular meditation builds our trust with our being, with our inner wisdom. You might call it with your intuition, with your guides, with your angels. It doesn't matter the word, but regular meditation builds trust with that part of us that knows. And once we make that connection, we have a direct line to all the guidance, all the omens that we need. So aside from that though, building trust also helps us resonate to the higher frequencies. So ask yourself, what is my being telling me? What direction is my intuition nudging me in? These are questions that if you ask every day, you will start to get the omens back. You'll start to get your answers back. And if you need more assistance, you can use tarot cards and you can pull a card. You might do I Chings, which is when you take maybe a book of poetry or a book of spiritual readings and you ask the question of it. Please show me today how I need to approach this situation with my work colleague. And then you flick through the pages, and then when it feels right, you stop and you put your finger on it, read that page. There'll be an omen there. There will be a message. They're everywhere. We can get messages in the natural world. I use butterflies a lot as my omens in the natural world. And if a butterfly is flying around past me, I'll go, right, yes, okay, because butterflies mean transformation. So there's so much in the natural world that's there giving us omens if only we would pay attention. Also our dreams, and of course daydreaming is a wonderful, wonderful process, because when we daydream, we are in rest, which is random, episodic, silent thought. And many times in our daydreams, thoughts will pop in. Write them down in your journal. Look at them later. You don't have to dissect them there and then. Go back on them. And many times with hindsight, we find glorious omens have been given to us in simple messages. As I said, they're everywhere. All we need to do is ask, and then look, listen, and lean into the omens. And the 5th area of our life is our financial health and well-being. We will definitely be getting omens there as to how well we are doing staying on track in our life. Because in simple terms, our bank account equals our omen. It demonstrates our energetic resonance or resistance to abundance. That's what that does. That's our omen. I'll say it again because it's important, because everybody wants more money and they're missing the point. Our bank account demonstrates our energetic resonance or resistance to abundance. So look at your bank account. Think about it. Do you need to shift your mindset and your resonance regarding money and look for omens that demonstrate that you're on the right track? So that if you're looking at improving your abundance mindset, that you're affirming that there is no shortage of money, that there is no shortage of time, that abundance rains down on me. Ask for an omen as to how you're going. Ask, and you might find, oh, there's a little bit of money on the street there. It might only be a 10-cent piece, but there it is and you saw it. Shows you're on the right track. You might have a small win with something, or you might have an unexpected opportunity come your way. There are always omens tied into our financial health and well-being, telling us how we're going, particularly with our money mindset. And remember, when you're looking at money and you're thinking of money, always feel abundance. Feel the abundance flooding into your life, not the lack. Because if you keep looking at lack, guess what? You'll keep getting lack in various degrees. That's how it works. We are energetic magnets all the time. Einstein, everything is energy. We are always calling into our reality. We are always calling into us our reality. We are either affirming our dreams and desires by being in resonant alignment with our being, or we are venting and we are repelling our reality that we desire most, and we're attracting to us the misalignment of our energies. And so we always get what we resonate to. We must ask for omens to show us how we're doing, how we're going. Then pay attention. Look for them. No good asking if you don't look for them. That's like, hey, Santa, bring me this, and you don't look under the tree. You have to look for what you're asking for, because the omens are telling us how we are energetically resonating to or resisting the reality we desire most. And if there's resistance, then it's up to us to shift our mindset, readjust our energy, and realign ourselves with our being, with our intuition, with our inner wisdom. So daily check your physical, your relational, your psychological, your spiritual, and your financial health and well-being for omens. They will be there. Each day we must think on purpose, talk on purpose, act on purpose, and live on purpose, in alignment, energetic alignment with our being. If you liked this video, you can watch more of my Power Chat masterclasses on my Diane 𝗪𝘆𝘀 YouTube channel.